Thanks to the EA Creator Network for providing me a review code for Adventure Awaits. My opinions are my own. Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another video on Adventure Awaits. We're going to explore the new world of Gibbi Point. It's not going to focus too much on the lore, we'll talk about some of it, but the main point is actually to just explore the world and have some fun while we're doing it. So, there it is, Gibbi Point. The icon is actually pretty nice. I think this is one of my favorites. The plum bird being there is pretty cute too. But it's been many years since Gibbi Point experienced the Great Wave, a seismic event that swept through and helped carve out unique landmarks and created lush flora and fauna, the likes of which many Sims had never expected to see. Once a part of a jellyfish processing industry, Jellyfish Junction more recently rebranded itself as an eccentric, artsy neighborhood with scenic harbor views. Crystal Valley has been transformed from a gold mining community into a more subdued spot, home to a large feathered creature and the fabled Electric Lagoon. That just sounds like a really good song name. Wanderwood Wilds is a secluded, woodsy neighborhood where you can find Hothead Rock Geyser. The locals say it's a real blast. A peculiar climate, Gibbi Point's weather sees all seasons, even snow. I love how they specifically felt like they had to mention the snow. I think because of a lot of the recent feedback that worlds are not looking too good with seasons, especially winter. However, its many underground hot springs keep the waters tepid and inviting, allowing for swimming and water activities year-round. So that's still good to know, that you can kayak in the middle of winter. But just click on that here. So we got 13 lots in total spread across 3 different neighborhoods. Again, I always wish there was more to explore, that'd be more interesting, but unfortunately that is just kind of around the average of what we get for Sims 4 worlds. We'll go over each of the neighborhood descriptions. So Wanderwood Wilds sure is a blast, literally. Hothead Rock Geyser may be the main draw to the area, but there's more in these woods than meets the eye. Sims can enjoy the great outdoors near campfires, kayak in the open water, and fish to unwind. Visit the old Firewatch Tower, perhaps to offer your gratitude to the one who keeps watch. Be sure to check in with the Butterfly Conservationist if you're feeling a little fluttery. And the one festival here is Round the Fire Festival. Yeah, we'll see about the festivals. I don't know if we'll get to check any of them out. It's just whether we get lucky with the timing or not. And then Jellyfish Junction is here in the center. So it's known for its unique artistic vibe, attracting not only creatives, but also kayakers and tourists eager to explore. Visit with Toshi, our storyteller, to learn more about Gibbi Point Adventure Quest. Check out Fletcher's Point and the Lonely Lighthouse, a previous Plumbird hotspot named for arrow fletching. From Underlight Bay to this or that shop, which is pretty convenient because it's this rabbit hole shop where you can buy boats from. But there's something new to discover in Jellyfish Junction, and it has 2 festivals, Fitness Fest and Glow and Flow Festival. And then Crystal Valley, once a bustling gold mining community, Crystal Valley earned its name after an unusual occurrence took place. Overnight, the Scoop's gold mine dried up, only to be replaced by crystals. Now you can visit and pad for crystals or stop by the Electric Lagoon for a neon jellyfish swim accompanied by a glowworm backdrop. Visitors may want to keep their eye out for a unique bird, too. Check out the Stop and Know Center to learn more about this area, and it has the Sunrise Sunset Festival. Just gonna briefly talk about the 3 pre-made households. So we have Chavez Ralston, where we have this husband and wife. The husband, Nigel, is basically this camp director for Camp Gibbi, this water lot, which is also a custom venue right over here. And then his wife, Sarah, is a camp counselor, which is part of the new rabbit hole career. So he was already at level 10 when I loaded them, so that was different. But yeah, they also have 2 children. And then we go over here to the Perry household. We have this grandmother and son living together, where Frida, the grandmother, actually kind of manages this Revive and Thrive fitness retreat, which is right over there. The 64 by 64 lot, which is cool. And then the grandson, Dougie, does have an imaginary friend, the wild child. And then we have the Atom Commune, which is home to this Love Highland thing where you can host these romantic getaways. Well, you can do that in other places too, but this lot is meant to be kind of like set up for that. And we have Jane and Star, who are basically the hosts, but then you also have two Sims returning from the Sims 2 era. Skip Broke from the Sims 2 base game, and Agora from the Sims Life Stories. So that's cool. They actually did a cut that deep there, not just like the mainline games. I mean, they did that kind of too with Businesses and Hobbies, having some Sims from the Herbs, but yeah, that's cool that they have done that here. So interesting mix that we've got going on. So we'll start with Wanderwood Wilds, and we've actually got a heat wave going. I just cheated the save back to summer because it was in fall earlier. And then if we just go to the calendar, yeah, it's like sunny days, partly cloudy, a little bit of cloud cover too, but it is too bad. It kind of missed opportunity because it's like inspired by New Zealand and Australia. It'd be funny if it was summer in Willow Creek, and then it would also mean like that at the same time it's winter over here in Gibbi Point. But yeah, it's unfortunate they didn't do that. We do have this little shop over here. There's a few different things you can do. So you can check what festival is on next. You can do this show current conditions, which tells you the status of the geyser, as well as any severe weather that could be happening, which, yeah, since we're in a heat wave right now, that does count. And you can purchase a few things for goods. Investigate ranger station for geyser information. It just has like a little bit of like just fluff text. Oh, he's still carrying that book. All right. Oh, what? Okay. Active weather warning. Prepare for very hot conditions. Yep, it's already happening. The geyser is quiet right now. Okay. All right. So yeah, for this geyser information one, just stays in there for a little bit. No, it doesn't look like any of his needs is going up. Okay, so the Butterfly Ranger Station flutters with knowledge, guiding adventurers to the region's secrets. Among its treasures, the Hothead Rock Geyser bursts forth with splendor, delighting tourists and stirring local pride. Residents of Gibbi Point whisper of the geyser's mystery. To learn more about this mystery, talk to Toshi, our beloved storyteller, to unravel the secrets of the melody of the geyser. Sounds surprisingly musical. Yeah, not even like a buff from that. All right, let's put that book away. Oh, what? Okay. All right, now it's gone. Purchase goods. Sure, unlock that perk. There's just too many, like, things that come up and totally pause the gameplay. I wish they would come up with an alternative for that, but yeah, there's just a few different things. You can get an origami butterfly. We went over the papercraft skill already in another video. Caterpillar incubators. So this is one way that you can get butterflies, just raising them from the caterpillar stage. And then there's the Goliath silk moth that we can buy from here. Oh, it was different actually last time I think I did this. But yeah, we can get one of those. Because there's also these little topiaries, and there's also this object right here where you can display butterflies and moths. Actually, there's this focus camera thing, which helps a lot. Butterfly, moth topiary. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad they've started doing that. So you can rehome a moth or a butterfly, and then I'm assuming they'll just flutter about there. I did this once before, but then it was nighttime, so I didn't see anything, but... Oh, even during the daytime, it's not really doing anything, but... Oh, yeah, there's some butterflies over here. Richmond Birdwing. And we got the entomology skill, which is also new with this pack. There we go. Doing it Animal Crossing style. Whoa, oh. Yeah, okay, you got it. I'm not sure if this can fail, because I know with the insect catching and outdoor treat, that can definitely fail. It's also be unlocked as a placeable effect. Yeah, so there are those VFX, kind of like the pond ones that we've had for quite a while now. But yeah, you can also release the moth from the topiary. But yeah, that's weird. I thought putting them in the topiary would also mean that they would fly around here. Unless it's just sometimes at random. Because at this point, I still haven't played this pack like super extensively yet. We got this little area up here, the picnic tables, the washroom. Then we got some Sims just, they just like hang out in the water. It's fine.
Tribal dorms.
There's a lot of swimmable area in this world, which is really good considering that we do have kayaks now. And speaking of, hey, there's someone doing that. Oh, yeah. This is one of the Sims from Growing Together. Though, there is one really weird thing that happens. Maybe I can show you that real quick. 'Cause they do have a kayak. And I'm just going to use the UI Cheats extension mod to keep up their needs so we don't have to, like, constantly stop to take care of needs while I'm just showing off the world here. I mean, normally I wouldn't cheat up the needs. But, okay, let's hide and seek. But, like, there's one entrance to go into the water from here, but I found they keep getting distracted by the geyser when it just keeps bubbling up. And also sometimes, if I just, like, do paddle here... Oh, geez! Yeah, now it's, like, really shaking a lot. But, yeah, see, now he's, like, meditating. He's just doing it for a second at a time. I saw this happen on the official developer live stream, too, where... one of the kids was playing hide and seek, just like just kept doing like the sleep on ground interaction from Enchanted by Nature, which also did happen to me. But this happened to me even before this pack and the patch before it, so I don't know. It's just kind of weird. It seems like the best way to go about it is to swim here, and then once the water is deep enough, then you get in the kayak. But see, yeah, now he's going back because of the geyser rumbling, and it's like, ah! Long being a favorite spot for school science camps and corporate team retreats. Visiting companies ask Sarah to lead an activity that builds synergy, trust, and a little team spirit. Employees are all gathered and waiting. What kind of exercise should she teach them? Trust falls. Start with icebreakers. Sure. So then what will happen from that? There's some quick fire icebreakers. Surprisingly, they worked like a charm. Laughter broke out. Awkwardness, but also melted away with my speaking skills. Awkwardness melted away, and even the quietest employees chimed in. By the end, the team was chatting like old friends. Mission accomplished. Oh, a medium performance gain. That's cool. Oh, there is this buff here. Woe to the geyser blow. Nature's exhilarating. Nigel feels jazzed up. Ready to do something. Anything, really. Okay. But you'll see then if I try this again. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to meditate. It's like, I must be calm in the vicinity of this erupting geyser. So... it's like pretty much impossible to kayak here, but only in this specific part because I did also try just like going over here where this sim is kayaking, and the problem doesn't happen. So it seems like it's just if you're close to the geyser, it's not the entire neighborhood that's a problem. But that is something Maxes should really fix. Like that is so awkward. So there we go. We can just go here and then get in the kayak. It is weird. Sometimes water is shown like leaking through it, but I've seen that happen with the outrigger canoes in Island Living as well. So it's not new, but it is kind of awkward. I think it's just depending on where exactly you are in the water. I don't know if the water depth has something to do with it, but yeah, just to briefly show this, you can even customize the stickers. It does remind me a little bit of the customization with the aqua zips. The aqua zips are surprisingly customizable with things like the lights, having like a radio on it and some other stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can also go fishing. So these kayaks must be really sturdy to be able to just stand up and do that without tipping over. Because the reason why I'm so excited about getting kayaks in this pack is because this is something I've done a lot in real life. Not fishing from kayak specifically, but just, yeah, just kayaking with my parents during the summer. It's a lot of fun. Oh, there goes that sim. But yeah, that's basically the gist of the kayaks. Oh yeah, and on the topic of fishing, there is jellyfish that you can catch. I don't know if we can just catch them in the water here. I think you might have to specifically go to the lagoon to do that. But just to show you just how much you can boat and swim in this neighborhood, like you can start here, you don't get interrupted by the geyser. And then there's like all this area here, and then over here, and then going past Camp Gibbi. And there's a fishing spot right over here, which is nice. And then right over here is basically like where you can go up to. So yeah, definitely more swimmable area than what we usually get. But it makes sense considering that we got kayaks in this pack. Okay, it is cooling down now that it is starting to get dark. We can still hear the geyser. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be too much warning despite it shaking a lot. I've only seen it erupt a few times, but there is this bask in geyser's glory where they just kind of go up to it and whip out their binoculars. Actually, this sim right here might be... Oh, no, just sitting down on the bench. Okay. It's just like, whoa, is it going to go off or not? There's this playground right over here, which is a buildable lot, and that's cool. We got this modular playground set, which I still need to play around with, and there's also a pool with the new slide, as well as the classic diving board. Finally, after over 11 years of The Sims 4, we finally got that back. And up here, we got this really big empty lot. I am not sure what I'll put there, but I'm sure some people in the gallery have already made some really cool things. And then here is the watchtower. So we can call up to Hermit Park Ranger. But from what I've heard, you'd never actually see the park ranger. They're just kind of in there all the time. And then there's a buff from that. Yeah, anybody up there reaching out to others, even the more withdrawn Sims, still feels nice. And then you can drop off a gift. So you'd be like, here, have this book, I guess. Oh, it doesn't even do the animation? Okay, that's kind of weird, but we can send a note up to the Hermit Ranger through a paper airplane. And then you're supposed to be able to get notes back, but I haven't seen that yet, so I'm not sure what exactly the benefits are, but there is a cooldown on that. I'm not sure how long exactly, because there's not even really a buff displaying that. There's definitely a lot of trails to walk around here. I feel like, in a way, this world does the nature aspect better than Inniscreen, which is from Enchanted by Nature. But, yeah. You got a little campfire there, which, hey, wow. Speaking of Enchanted by Nature, there's Karen. And you can actually add a cooking surface, but only while it's not being used by someone else here. And there's Raheel, the Lost Adventurer NPC who was mentioned in the blog post, so that's pretty cool. I think this would be a pretty interesting world to just go biking, or even if you have Horse Ranch to just go horseback riding. And also, since this world is New Zealand inspired, more sheep than people there, it would definitely make sense to integrate the mini sheep into it. I think you basically got the gist of this neighborhood. It is quite nice. I look forward to playing here. Since it is getting dark, I was going to save it for last, but we'll actually go to Crystal Valley next, so we can catch that jellyfish lagoon when it's dark, because it does look pretty cool. So this is the Fearful Fish Lounge. It is a little small, but it's kind of cute on the inside here with all the jellyfish hanging from the ceiling. Very on theme. There's a little outdoor dining area as well. And we also have this building over here, which is quite similar to the store, but there's nothing really being sold here. And you can focus the camera on different things. I'm surprised the Jellyfish Lagoon is not on here, unless the intention is just to have it be more hidden, which, yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. No active weather warnings at this time. I'd be surprised if it actually could give you warnings like, oh, the geyser's about to go off while you're not even in the neighborhood, unless it's like set times. Oh, there's this playground over here with this archery range. It's pretty cool. All the arrows that have already been shot. That's a nice little attention to detail there. Not too many interactive buildings in this neighborhood, unfortunately, but there's a couple more in the Jellyfish Junction. There's an empty lot right over here, which is why there's a massive space. And then you have the river. And then you have this little thing over here where you have this kid named Buddy who's supposed to, like, come by and you can like you can give stuff to him, or there's like other things you can buy. Basically got this whole neighborhood here. This is a playable house, and there's some shell houses, and then there's another playable house here, and then the rest of this is just backdrop. So to find the Jellyfish Lagoon, you have to cross this bridge over here, and then just go down here, and there it is. There's the Jellyfish Lagoon. So actually, just to save a little bit of time, I'm just gonna teleport him here. And there's this bush that you can click on to touch the glowworm. I'm not actually sure what it does. I haven't done this interaction before, so crossing my fingers, nothing bad happens. Oh! Electric Lagoon is a mesmerizing natural wonder formed by a historic wave that introduced dazzling jellyfish to its waters. Local delicacy. Glowworms migrate to the area with the right touch. Sims can encourage these glowworms to create a stunning nighttime display. Oh, I see. Yeah, because when I was exploring this on my own off camera, it wasn't like this, but that's just because I never did that interaction. So, okay. Interesting. Just like a little switch to activate it. Dang it, I left my kayak behind by accident somehow, but we can do this neon jellyfish swim. I don't think you can get stung by jellyfish, though, because I had Sarah swim here for a few hours before, and nothing really happened. Nothing bad anyways, because I think I saw this buff before. Floating about like a jellyfish is a satisfying way to pass the time. Yeah, so it is really pretty, and you can get a little buff from it, but like don't expect any injuries or deaths from this. There's no new deaths in this pack, though there is the water woohoo, which comes with Adventure Awaits. Oh, okay, you can pan for crystals here as well. I thought it was just the one body of water that's just like a little bit near the river. Yeah, because you can also do it over here. You just have to click deep enough in the water. And there's a chance you can get like other random stuff though, because like I got a little plushie once. I haven't actually gotten any crystals from them yet. Like I haven't done it super extensively. I've done it like 3 or 4 times so far, so it's not like I've played with it a whole ton yet. But yeah, it's just like another thing you can do in the water. There we go. Oh, we did find something this time. Wow, okay! For the first time, I actually did get a crystal, a citrine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no new crystals in this pack. It's just the jellyfish. Yeah, there's no, it would show, like, the icon for this pack if there was a new one. Oh, and he got the gemology skill from Crystal Creations from finding that crystal. So that's interesting. It's another way of building that up. I love some good pack integration. Oh, there's a water balloon bucket over here. Yeah, I've seen a couple of them around this world, so there's a bit of seasons integration there. And, oh, wait, we should talk to Pruella over here. Oh, we can trade for a new collectible. Okay, well, we'll greet first, and then we'll do that. Yeah, I was going to do that at some point, but yeah, Pruella came over to us. Yeah, it's funny. It's like another quirky Sims NPC. They're definitely starting to pile up a little bit now, especially with the recent packs. Oh, hi there! I'm the peculiar Plumbird. I don't really know you very well yet. Oh, okay. Citrine. Do you know much about Plumbirds? You should learn. I bet if you looked at that special map in Jellyfish Junction, you could learn more about Plumbirds. Squawk, squawk. Oh boy, Harvest Fest was awful. Yeah, I totally forgot it was a holiday, but whatever. Okay, so let's see what we get from this. Ooh, is it gonna be something rare? Oh, okay, no, it's just another common crystal, okay. There's another interaction here. Ask Bird about self. There's a little bit more dialogue from that. I'm not interested in leaving my nest all that often, but yes, I do like to see if I can get some toasted marshmallows at that Round the Fire festival. Are you one of those weird Sims who like marshmallows to be burned? Or are you normal and like them golden toasty? Oh man, that's giving like some pineapple on pizza debate energy there. But yeah, I got this nice little garden over here with this gazebo that disappears earlier than it should really, but yeah. And then there's the topiary where you can do like the same thing as we did with the other one. And then it's over here where we got the plumbird nest, so you can dig your talents into peculiar plumbird lore, and you can take 3 different quests from here. So yeah, we got that going. And there's a few more over in Jellyfish Junction. So we're not actually going to complete a quest in this video. I almost feel like you could do a whole video about these quests alone. But we got this one where it's tangible traces, socialize with the lost adventurer, and locate plumbird evidence in Wanderwood Wilds, which are some fossils. You may have spotted 1 or 2 of them already, but there's one... No, not over here. There was one up here. Yeah. So there's one there too. And then there's this view interaction, but it doesn't do anything. I already tried that before. And then here is Love Island. Yeah, this is a really cool lot. I love the dock just going out here, and then you also have this in-ground hot tub that's over the water. And there's quite a bit of area that you can swim or go boating as well, because you can go all the way down here. You can see that bridge in the distance, and there's another road, and oh yeah, there are some low poly sheep. I think these are the same ones from from Windenburg, but they are there. Yes, so there is some sheep population, even without horse ranch. But yeah, then you can just keep going down here, and then there's another like entry point from there. And then, yeah, basically just all the way down here. Oh yeah, speaking of sheep, there is this statue right here, which I'm assuming is the founder. Unfortunately, no lore interaction from clicking on that. There's no interactions at all. Oh, Fruella's just fishing over here, so that's another fishing spot. Oh, beaky business. I forgot about this, but from greeting the unusual bird, introducing himself to weird-looking bird creatures out of nowhere is a risky endeavor, but it seems to have paid off this time for Nigel. Oh, one other strange thing. I can't remember who it was on Twitter who I saw pointed this out first, but there's some sim session signs around this world, and it's like, why? We had that event for that one summer, and then despite it being very well received, has never come back. So I don't know if that is supposed to be a hint that we are getting them eventually, or if it's a hint to a band's expansion pack. I don't know. Yes, there's another one. And I'm pretty sure there's more in Jellyfish Junction, if I remember correctly. That is just kind of an odd thing. Oh, there's a little telescope over there you can interact with if you want. Other than that, I think you've basically got the gist of this neighborhood. And oh, yep, now it's starting to be morning. So let's head over to the last neighborhood, Jellyfish Junction. Alright, so we're at the Revive and Thrive Retreat, and I just wanted to point out something quickly. I thought the point of these pre-made custom venues that are in this world is to already have schedules set up so you can see like how they work, but no. Even when I do a new save without any of my mods installed, they don't have it. So I don't know. Maybe that's intentional. But you do have these 3 that have like the colorful version of the Maxis logo. So they kind of go with each of the pre-made lots. So I can set this to be a fitness retreat, but it's just so weird that you have to do that. Oh yeah, before the daylight comes out, it is interesting that you can see the auroras here. Because that's normally an eco lifestyle feature. But even though I do have all the packs installed, it's a neutral eco footprint. So I think even if you don't have eco lifestyle, then you can still see them in this neighborhood in particular. But man, these cardboard mountain backdrops are not it. It was pretty bad in Nordhaven too, but I think it is even worse here. And worse than any of the other neighborhoods in Gibbi Point, so that's really unfortunate. We do have a festival that does take place just right down here, though it's obviously not on at the moment. There's a cute little fishing spot right here. And then starting from the Revive and Thrive Retreat, there's this whole trail that goes like down here. You can get some frogs from here. And then there's a little lookout point that I didn't even notice until now. And somewhere that you can dig there. And then you just like go on a little farther, and then, yeah, it kind of like branches off again. No, you can't walk there, but you can walk up here where there's another water balloon bucket, and then there's another fossil there for the quest. Yeah, this is kind of a pretty tree there. With all the fireflies in the background, and then you go farther, and then there's like 2 different ways to go there. And then you just go a little farther, and then there's like a gem spawn spot, and then another lookout point. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Oh, you can see the cars driving up there too. And then you can go down here, and then there's like another little spot for finding collectibles. And there's some butterflies, or are those moths? Oh, yeah, the silk moths. We got those earlier. And there's another like entry point into the water here. And then there's the lighthouse. It's weird, though, that this never seems to turn on by itself. You just have to click on it, and then you can do that. And then there's a couple other interactions, which I haven't tried yet. Read nature letter and read scribbled letter. Oh, okay. There's this whole thing. When I was growing up, I felt alone a lot. My brother had close friends and was always off with them, and if he included me, it was probably just out of pity. As in, I bet our mom made him do that. Mom used to tell me that someday I would find another sim who would understand me the way that I am. Well, she was right. I did find another sim like that, or at least I thought they were like that, but they don't care about me the way I wanted them to. And I feel even worse now. They told me the sim they really loved was someone more social and cheerful than I am. Sometimes I feel like being all alone all the time would be easier than trying to open up to another sim, only to have them make me feel sad and empty. So I think this is Skip Broke who wrote all of this. Don't write a response now. It's hard to feel alone. Try hard to impress them. It's hard to feel alone. Coffee cogitations. It's so frustrating that it feels like no matter where I go, nothing works out the way I think it will. I know when Sims say that, the obvious response is something like, yeah, well, the common problem is you. And trust me, I'm pretty sure the common thread is me, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong exactly or how to fix it. In my past, I've just kind of bailed when things weren't working out the right way. Guess I picked up that habit from my dad. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I just feel alone and like there's nothing I can do right. I don't know if both of these are from Skip or maybe Agora is one of these too. I don't know. Just don't throw a pity party here. Maybe talking about it more is good. That's kind of weird. I didn't have to go like into the lighthouse to do that, but okay. It's to wait before you can engage with another letter. Okay. But from what one of the developers said, it sounds like one of Skip Broke's traits could potentially change after maybe doing these interactions enough. Yeah, this is still something I haven't dived deep into really, but again, like, yeah, this video is more about just like exploring the world and the sites rather than diving super deep into the lore. But I wanted to point out this trail too, just because I feel like this is another really good spot to maybe like go on a walk with your dog, or go horseback riding, or go biking. It's like all these paths and everything. That's really cool. Yeah, again, it really does feel like it does the whole nature aspect better than Inniscreen. Those geese just disappeared. That's so weird that they do that. And then down here, you got like another little picnic area. Whoa, we got some butterflies here as well. What is that? Oh, the Cordelian butterfly. Yeah, the Princess Cordelia lore. You can try catching these. Maybe they say something interesting. Alright, can be found in the inventory. Oh, I guess you can just use the bathroom there. How exciting. This is a butterfly or moth that this household doesn't know much about. Oh, you have to place in the world and examine to discover more information about it? Okay. Examine. That is so weird. You can't just do the examine interaction from your inventory. Okay, just writing some notes. Oh, that didn't really come up with anything? That's odd. Oh, I see. Okay, now in the inventory it says a description that just works really awkwardly. So few realize the famed Captain Rodrigo de Pablo, pirate, was also one of the greatest Lepidopterus? I've never read that word in my life of his time. He was rather clumsy and stumbled upon a host of new butterfly species on accident, mind you, when sailing the world and visiting distant shores. In total, he found and named over 14 new butterflies, which is the amount of that collection, the new collection in this bag. But his favorite was the Cordelian butterfly, which he named for his love, Princess Cordelia of House Thebe. He wrote, as this butterfly flutters by, its wings echo the lilac depths of her gaze and the silken grace of her gown, a tribute to my cherished princess. I guess it is kind of funny. I didn't really focus on the town part first, but I was just waiting for it to become more daylight out. But yeah, there is a lot of swimmable area here. You can already see there is one sim kayaking, but it is pretty cool. There are a couple different islands that you can go to and find some collectibles. So yeah, there's a fishing spot here too. And then over here, are these both Princess Cordelia butterflies? Yeah, it seems that way. But yeah, that is kind of an interesting design where you can like go to these couple different areas that are only accessible by swimming or boating there. And then as we go down here, there's this map that apparently fills up as you complete quests. And oh, there's Toshi right over there. There's also these Astral Pro Jelly Evangelist NPC types that can be, like Eddie said, like we have Dominic from Windenburg wearing this jellyfish hat. And sometimes there's these jellyfish grillers who just on the grill make the new like jellyfish grilled recipe. But yeah, dig your talents to the lore, learn about Gibbi Point quest, and investigate the story map. Yeah, each interaction adds color and knowledge, transforming the map into a living mosaic. So that sounds pretty cool. Okay, so it is the same Plumberg quest you can also get from here, but then there's also the Gibbi Point quest, so that you can see who's the butterfly conservationist and who's the storyteller. And then if we actually talk to Toshi, we can listen to the story of the Electric Lagoon, we can inquire about the adventure quest. You can see what there is here. So yeah, another 3 of these. So I guess if we just click on this one as an example. Okay, yeah, we already socialized with the Lost Adventure at some point, so I didn't really command him to do that. Locate Plumbered evidence in Wanderwood Wilds. Okay, yeah, so this one has a lot more different things. Investigate Lost Adventure boot prints, chat with Pruella, Vetrimark eggs, investigate the Jellyfish Junction town model, and investigate the story map. So yeah, we have this model right over here. So we can just do that right away. Dun, 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 dun. So that is completed. Yeah, so you can also use this to look for the fossils, and you can focus the camera on the different things. So there's another topiary, whoa, right over here in this garden. And there is a planter over here. There's already things planted, so that's interesting. Oh, they just say bush. Are they supposed to be mysterious? I don't know. And there's a lookout point over here with an easel. Wonderful place where butterflies and moths can thrive in the beauty of nature. All right. And then we got this browse this or that shop, which is pretty handy, like I said near the beginning of the video, because, oh, you can also buy jellyfish directly from here too. And you can also get one of the outrigger canoes if you happen to have Island Living installed, and the kayaks. Surprisingly not the aqua zips from Island Living, but I guess they just want to focus more on, like, yeah, the paddling the paddling aspect of using boats. So yeah, that's cool. You can also get a salmon. Yeah, I guess we can get a kayak since we accidentally left behind, I think, the one that we had before. Yeah. So across from this shop is the pre-made vacation rental. And then if we go over here, this is also a rabbit hole shop where you can buy some of the paper crafts. So if we just go there, there we go. Yeah, paper mache kitty. You can get the Seagull. Yes. All right, so we got that now. And I think that's all the interactive buildings in this neighborhood, besides the ones that are just like full-on playable lots. Oh yeah, there is this kiwi bird statue right here, so another thing that gives off those New Zealand vibes. No interactions, with that. That's cute. There's all the jellyfish lights surrounding it. Yeah, see, there is another sim session sign right over here. Oh, there's a seagull right here. Yeah, I do wish they'd improve the graphics of these, but at least for the origami seagull, it does make sense that it looks like that. But that is pretty much it for this tour of Gibbi Point. So let's just have you paddle around a bit while I do this here. So, oh, that is weird. Yeah, I've seen this before too, where I don't know why in the middle of the day there's shooting stars. That is really odd. That can't be right. I don't think there's any lore about this world that explains that. But yeah, they really gotta stop doing those really flat mountain backdrops. Those look really bad, especially in 2025. I think overall I still do like this world though. A New Zealand inspired world is something that has been on my wish list for quite a while. And like I was saying earlier, this can be a really good world for outdoorsy sims, or if you just want to like go out on a horseback ride, or even walk your dog. Oh, there's the little the little plum bird. Wow, I'm glad I managed to get that because I hadn't seen that anywhere yet, even though I saw it in the like initial teaser that they put out. You can't interact with those. They're supposed to be like really skittish and afraid of human sims, but there goes. Just, well, okay, yeah, the pine tree's supposed to be there to kind of hide it, but it disappeared when we were looking at it. But it is a pretty cute world. I do like how there is so much swimmable water to just go around and do kayaking and swimming. I didn't realize Nigel had the ability to go bow fishing, so I might have him do that real quick. But yeah, I do like that there's a lot of swimmable area to just go swimming or do any sort of like water activities. And I haven't seen that much of it in winter yet. I've just seen Twitter pictures, and yeah, that definitely could be better. It looks really patchy and just overall not that great. Oh, there's one of my sims from one of my older Let's Plays, Randy, who's supposed to be like a pirate doing his thing there. But yeah, I think this is a world I can potentially see myself playing with quite a bit in the future, despite it definitely having some flaws. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting routing failures. Maybe if I just cancel it, go here. Oh, maybe I got too close to shore and then it kind of messed up the routing. I don't know. Maybe now he'll do it. Oh, that was kind of weird. He was acting like as if he was waiting in the water still, but he wasn't. So let's see. Ooh. Get that out. Okay. Let's see if he actually gets anything. Oh, he's just gonna, yeah, just keep doing it.
Wabish. Huh?
Oh, caught a trout. That's cool. And I guess another thing I do like about this world is that they have gotten better lately with giving us more things to do out in the public space and not just on like the buildable lots. It is really cool that like you have these two places you can only get to by boat, even if the routing, as we just saw, is a little funky. It is too bad we didn't get to check out any of the festivals, but they seem to work pretty similarly to festivals that we've already seen in multiple packs at this point. I did see the Glow and Flow one off camera, but the only things I noticed that were really that interesting is that there were different swimming attractions just when you click on the water, and I think they're supposed to make you just feel different emotions. Like I think there was one that made my sim feel romantic, if I remember correctly, and then there were sims just grilling jellyfish. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's there. You can kind of celebrate the local culture of this world, but otherwise not too much else going for it. But I think that's pretty much all I gotta say about Gibbi Point, so feel free to let me know. Oops. Should check out the fitness retreat at Revive and Thrive. We were literally right there. Not now, I'm very busy wrapping up this video, but oh, plan a getaway. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about Gibbi Point. So feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this world, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!